Hey, what is up? My name is Catherine and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a first impressions review and demo of the new Colourpop It's My Pleasure 9-pan palette. So if you're unfamiliar with the palette, this is what it looks like. It is a purple themed palette, and if you're not new here, y'all know I love purples, so I just had to pick this up. If you are new here, make sure you are subscribed. I post new videos every Wednesday and Sunday, and give this video a thumbs up if you're excited to know the scoop on this palette. So first of all, let's just start out with like the facts about this palette. So it retails for $12 and you get 9 shades. However, Colourpop's free shipping only starts at $25. Typically you can find a code for $5 off, so let's just call the cost of this $13, because if you can get one of those $5 off codes, it'll end up being $13, which is what I personally paid for it. And then you get these 9 shades in here. 4 of them are mattes and 5 of them are shimmers, and I'm just going to go ahead and pop some swatches up on the screen so you can see what these look like. Alright, so here we have Kitten Fish, Do or Dough, Pretty Cruel, Bare Minimum, Earthshine, Chicklet, Mr. Sandman, Fanfiction, and Sleeper. So you can see that at least in terms of the mattes, this is a very like warm pinky toned leaning purple palette. The shade Chicklet and the shade Do or Dough are a little bit more cool toned. This shade, Mr. Sandman, not really sure how I'd describe it. It's not even really purple, it's like a purpley brown sort of shade. But everything in here does seem to lean more on the warm tone side. This palette is described as being the sister palette to the Ooh La La palette. This is the 2 palettes side by side. The palette does come with a mirror, and it's in this like plastic packaging that all the other 9-pan palettes are in. Colourpop is cruelty free, of course, and I believe that's everything that you need to know before I jump into the demo. So if you want to see me test out these eyeshadows, just keep on watching. I ended up with this look today, and I'll give you my final thoughts on the palette at the end of the video. Alright, so I have my eyebrows done, and I've primed my eyelids with Urban Decay Primer Potion, and I have set my eyelids. I just always find Colourpop shadows do better when they're set. That's just my personal preference when working with them. So I'm going to start out with the darkest shade in here, Sleeper, which is actually a pressed pigment. I own this in single form as well. And I'm using a Sigma E45 to plop this into my outer corner and a little bit up into the crease. This shade definitely has some fallout, some kickback in the pan. Yeah, that's quite a bit of fallout. Let me just clean some of that up real quick. I'm now going to go into Fanfiction, which is this shade right here. It's like it's very pink. Maybe like a lilac. Will I ever be good at describing colors? Probably not. And I'm just placing a little bit of that along the edge here, not really a whole lot. And I'm going to go into Kitten Fish on my absolute favorite BH Cosmetics number 11 brush. And I'm taking that all the way from the inner corner on out, using big old swirly motions. Honestly, these are looking pretty patchy right now. Like, if I've set my eyes, I'm kind of like hoping to have some really good blending going on, and that's like not really the case right now. Yeah, I mean, like you can see the skipping going on up here. That is something that's like a place where I get skipping a lot, but I feel like these aren't as easy to work with as I'm used to from Colourpop shadows. Let's throw some shimmers on here and see how it goes. I think I'm gonna start out with the shade Do or Dough, which is like your classic amethyst shade, I would say. So these seem very soft, which is what I expect from a Colourpop shimmer. So I'm just gonna spritz my brush. And I'm kind of just gonna put this in the middle of the eye. I'm gonna put down a glitter glue on my right eye to see how that performs, because I see a lot of people doing that with Colourpop shimmers, and this isn't looking so hot on its own right now. So this is the NYX glitter glue. Okay, so that shimmer definitely pops over the glitter glue. And so I'm assuming it would also kind of have the same effect like over wet concealer, like if you let your concealer get a little tacky or something. I'm gonna take this Luxie 141 and go into Mr. Sandman, which is almost like a blue brown with like a purple undertone, so maybe more like a purple brown. So I'm just putting a little bit of glitter glue on this left eye because there's such a noticeable difference between the two eyes, and I kind of want to like even that out a little bit. Going in with a little more fan fiction to blend those edges. I'm going to take this Real Techniques accent brush and go into Earth Shine right here. So I also own Earth Shine in single form, and this is definitely more of like one of those topper shades. I do have a video coming playing with my Colourpop single shadows. I don't know if that'll be up before this or not. Kind of just depends on how editing goes. Okay, I'm going to take this BH Cosmetics number 8 and go into Bare Minimum, which is the shimmery magenta shade right here. And I'm going to spritz this one as well. And I'm just going to put like this a little bit going towards the outer corner. Charlotte, stop turning down my brightness. That's rude. I wish you could save your brightness settings with the Diva Light, because I have no clue if this is as bright as we were before. Let's just clean up some of this fallout because there's a bit. I cannot fix this patchiness over here and it's driving me crazy. And it's like even more noticeable on camera than it is in person, so I'm like really trying. But like I can't get like this shadow to stick right there. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna leave that for the moment. I'm gonna do some of my face makeup, and then we're gonna come back to do the under eye. I'll be back. I'm here and I'm gonna try one last time to fix this upper eye scenario that we've got going on before I move on to the lower eye.
6 hours later.
Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of Chiclet on my under eye. So Chiclet is the darkest purple shimmer in here. I'm using a Luxie flat definer to do this. And I'm popping some Earth Shine into the under eye. And I'm just doing some more blending. I'm gonna do some liner and lashes off camera. Honestly can't decide if I'm gonna do a wing yet or not, so we'll see. And then I'll be back with some final thoughts. Alright you guys, I'm done with my makeup. I did end up doing a wing, as you can see, so this obviously didn't work as well for me as I was hoping, and I hate to say it because I absolutely love Colourpop as a brand, but this is not my favorite palette from them. Quite honestly, I liked the Ooh La La palette. I didn't like absolutely love it, but I thought it performed a lot better than this. But I did not love the Perception palette either, and those are the only like recent releases that I've gotten from them palette wise, and I'm worried that their eyeshadows might be going downhill because of that. I feel like I will use this because it's nice to have like purple shadows all in one place. However, you guys saw like I really had to work with these shades. There was a ton of fallout, like not just a little bit of fallout, like at the point where it's like I had to like kind of like scrub at my face to get it off, which that's when it starts to get annoying for me. These shimmers are pretty, but I did also find that they perform better over top of the glitter glue, so I hate giving bad reviews on stuff. First of all, like, I feel like people get like mad when you give bad reviews on stuff. Like, people say that they like want honesty in your reviews, but I've noticed every single time that I've not liked something that I'm doing a review on, I get so many like dislikes on it, which is kind of crazy because it's like, if you're watching it for my opinion, like, you got it. So I don't know, like, can someone like explain to me the logic behind that? Is it like that people are offended that you don't like a product that they love, or is it just that like people don't like negativity on YouTube? Like, can someone explain that to me? Because like, I've never understood that, and it makes me like stressed out to post reviews when I don't love a product, which like shouldn't be the case. In terms of the actual colors in here, I think they did a good job not making it like mostly neutrals with just like pops of purple to trick you into thinking it's a purple palette. I do think this is like a mostly purple palette. Like, Pretty Cruel doesn't really seem purpley at all, and Mr. Sandman is kind of like on the edge of being like a purpley versus like a neutral like silvery brownish shade. So those are the only two like more neutral shades in here, so I do think they did a good job with that. I do think the shimmers are pretty. I do think I am going to use this because I love purples, and it, like I said earlier, it is so nice to have like all these purples in one palette. However, this isn't the only affordable purple themed palette on the market. There's the Bad Habit Beauty Pretty Poison palette, the Wet n Wild VI purple palette, and I just wanted this one to be a little better. Like, I feel like y'all saw how it performed. I don't really need to like go that into detail. Didn't love it. Little disappointed about it. Yeah, so I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, even though it wasn't a positive review. I hope that we can all still be friends. If you did love this palette, please like share your tips and tricks down below, because like I was using my favorite brushes, my usual primer and like technique for priming my eyes, so like it's not like I was unfamiliar with like anything else that I was using that was making me mess up my application. But if you'd like to let us know how you made these work for you, like if you were able to make these mattes not patchy, like let us know like what brushes, what sort of blending technique you use. Like, I would genuinely love to know, because I really would like to make this work for me, because I was so excited when I saw it. So definitely let me know that down below. I never know how to end a video like this when it doesn't go so well. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and hopefully I will see you in my next video.